sleep. I'll see you tomorrow. It appears the news that are of public interest are actually happening. We reported last night that Patrick Chinamasa has announced that, Budawashi Chakure score option went through, and in the next Zanu PF Central Committee meeting, he was just, the Central Committee was going to be notified about this. It actually hit the headlines today in major actually media outlets in Zimbabwe, and this on its own showing sharp contrast between the top leaders of Zanu PF, and obviously that statement ripping Zanu PF apart. On your lovely channel, the Hlonipani Global News. If you're watching us for please do remember to press the red or black subscribe button so that next time when we beam live, you become the very first one to watch us. Guess what? Patrick Chinamasa, the statement that he actually put on account yesterday, claiming that Budawashe Takure's co-option has actually sailed through. He has just decided to delete that statement. Was it his own decision? In fact, I'm making a wrong statement. He has deleted that statement. What might have influenced him to delete that statement? I'm sure it is because of pressure that is ongoing within Zanu PF at the moment. I don't think that retired General Chwenga took that statement lightly. Definitely, certain individuals within Zanu PF were questioned about that statement, including even Mnangagwa himself. That statement might have actually put him in trouble. And that is why, and I can attest to you that an order was given to Patrick Chinamasa to just delete that statement in its entirety. Because when I think doing analysis yesterday, I said that statement on its own was contradicting itself. Of course, Patrick Chinamasa was trying to play with words, so smart, but he was contradicting himself, saying Budawashe Takure's co-option was done during a meeting that was chaired by retired General Chwenga. Obviously, putting the name of retired General Chwenga in such a manner might have angered the man himself, and leading to what Patrick Chinamasa has done at the moment. And this goes to underscore the power that retired General Chwenga has undermined the men at your own peril. It appears within Zanu PF, even also to Mnangagwa himself, when that man speaks, he has no option but to comply and abide with what. And these days, he appears to be actually dealing with those who are doing nonsense head on. He is dealing with them himself. He does not send, it's not Blessed Geza who makes statements. He makes sure that he put individuals in their own line. Now, the Patrick Chinamasa statement has already caused a serious damage within Zanu PF and exposed that Zanu PF is not united. Zanu PF is not speaking with one voice. It has also indicated that within Zanu PF there are two centers of power that are calling shots within that political party, because we've got the Zanu PF spokesperson who happens to be Chris Mutswango on the co-option of Budawashe Takure's. He made it quite clear that it did not sail through. We've got also the Secretary General of Zanu PF, Opet Mpofu, releasing a memo indicating that what Harare province did in co-opting Budawashe Takwirei. It was unconstitutional. That is not how co-options are done. But on the other hand, we've got Patrick Chinamasa, who decides to write a very, very long statement giving actually a history that is conflicted, and a history that is actually one-sided and promoting the other faction within Zanu PF, whilst trying to bury the other faction. And it appears though such an action was not taken lightly by Zanu PF. His action alone to just delete that statement on its own is the statement that definitely pressure was actually inflicted on the man, and he was left with no option. I think when it comes to Patrick Chinamasa, these are politicians without spine in Zanu PF. At one point, he is seemingly with the Mnangagwa faction. At one point, he is seemingly advancing the interest of the retired General Chwenga faction. I have said it that this aspect of Zanu PF, within Zanu PF, existing two centers of power, that on its own makes it difficult, especially for the cronies of Zanu PF, because they don't know who exactly to follow amongst the two warring leaders. So Chwenga definitely had to put Patrick Chinamasa and call him to order. Patrick Chinamasa did not actually do this because he just decided to do it. Definitely he was called to order. Someone might have actually been tough to him, and most probably very, very strong worded the sentiments may have been conveyed to him, leaving him with no option but to back down and actually delete the nonsensical statement that he posted on X account. So yesterday when we announced this, people thought we're just playing. Now you will get someone in Zimbabwe saying, no, these people are just playing with the people of Zimbabwe. They are one. How can they be one whilst doing this, exposing themselves in such a manner? Because this hits hard the integrity of the personalities involved. Just imagine this scenario of Patrick Chinamasa. It actually portrays him as a coward. Somehow he was threatened within Zanu PF that what you're doing is nonsense and we are going to deal with you. And he had no option but to back down. And there was a lot of actually the power of social media. It is actually wreaking havoc in Zanu PF. What we convey, because we expose it. And when we expose Zanu PF, and when they see that they are actually naked, what do? They try to cover up. This is not ZBC. This is actually an alternative to the Zimbabwe Broadcasting Corporation propaganda machinery of Zanu PF. By the way, it doesn't the influence that social media has. So Patrick Chinamasa backing down, deleting that statement. What is the meaning of that? It simply also means whatever he did yesterday is actually watered down. It is a non-existent narrative. It was just a narrative, a factional narrative, because someone was trying to take for the gift that he received from Budawashe Takwirei. But now it's over. What I have been saying, that he was trying to justify the co-option with technicalities that they did to deceive retired General Chwenga, of which I said that was not going to see the light of the day, because definitely the man was going to respond to this, and he might have responded that don't play with my name through your nonsensical statements. And also this, I think, should give people a clear picture that 2030 mantra, as Blessed Geza put it, it will just remain on the watch. The only 2030 that the Mnangagwa Kapal, I saw Barakashi were celebrating so much on social media as of yesterday when Patrick Chinamasa actually decided to post that statement. I wonder, I wonder what they might be doing, most of them, because yesterday it was all celebrations, and it must be actually very, very difficult at this moment to be part of the Barakashi because things are working against. They try shame so hard to portray a false narrative, but it's always working against them. What a shame to be this group of people. So Patrick Chinamasa, at the moment, it's as good as what he said yesterday is null and void. That is why he has decided to delete it. What an embarrassment. Just imagine an old man being forced to actually delete the statement. I wonder, in the secret corridors, he might have been told that you are you are pompous. Please delete that nonsense so that you don't get yourself into trouble. Thank you very much for watching us. If you are watching us for the very first time, please hit or black subscribe button so that when we come live you are notified and you get to watch our content as fresh as possible. Also, do remember you can financially support this channel by pressing the join button and be part of our members who are the heartbeat of this channel. You can equally do so by pressing the thanks button and send us stars. Okay, umhlabane uyavalelisa